Video 2. The notion of dimensions. The research of human expressions suggests that all dimensions combine two orthogonal concepts, concatenation and nesting. Concatenation involves discrete objects, for example, cardboard boxes. One way to concatenate the boxes is to stack them up on top of each other. The same 6 boxes can also be placed inside each other, which is commonly referred to as a nest of boxes. Nested boxes do not need to be of similar height. The difference in height between any two adjacent boxes on the right is constant and equal to the smallest of all boxes. Instead of cardboard boxes, consider concatenation and nesting in the context of a container with water. The column of water could be interpreted in two distinct ways, as a stack of discrete layers or as a large volume which nests smaller ones. For the ease of discussion, imagine the column of water as a stack of cubes. There are two ways in which we can interpret the volume of water in terms of cubes, as concatenation or as nesting. The layers of water, or the cubes which represent them, are concatenated when they touch each other, or, in other words, when the space between them is removed or ignored. This is represented in the animation by the sideways movement of the cube. Concatenating involves the repetition of a discrete unit, such as $1, 1 kilogram, 1 newton, 1 centimeter, a drop, a square, a volume, sensation of the volume, etc. Each repeated unit is concatenated to the previously repeated units. Together, they express an extent of repetition. Nesting involves a different way of thinking. The same stack of cubes could be interpreted as the larger volume containing smaller volumes, which includes even smaller volumes. This animation shows that all 3 volumes have to exist at the same time for the nesting to exist. Examples of nesting include such notions as value, excitation, intensity, magnitude, degree, amplitude, elevation, depth, level, strength, amount, as well as the scientific notion of power flow through the unit of area. All these terms imply that a high magnitude cannot exist without a lower magnitude, which cannot exist without an even lower magnitude, and so on. To appreciate the concept of nesting better, imagine a large cardboard box, in which a smaller box is placed, inside of which an even smaller box is dropped. Now imagine that the base of 2 larger boxes starts to shrink in size to the base of the smallest of all boxes. What looks like a stack of boxes is actually a nest of boxes, or, more accurately, a nest in which larger volumes contain smaller volumes. It is an unusual nest in which the smallest of all boxes can fit on top of all larger boxes. This ensures that the nested boxes can be merged with the concatenated boxes. Such an arrangement means that the volume of nested boxes is proportional to the number of concatenated boxes. In the process of conflating nesting with concatenation, the two aspects of dimension are fused into a single notion. Combining nesting and concatenation together creates single dimension, in this case the volume. Some examples of dimension include length, time, mass, but also human traits, millions of colors, purchasing habits, atmospheric conditions, linguistic features, and so on. Any notion can be conceptualized as a dimension if it has nested values within an indivisible unit, which could be conflated with the repetition of that unit. Dimension is therefore a way of thinking, a schema. Indivisible unit is typically depicted as a point which together with other points creates a line. By combining two dimensions, one can create such concepts as area, surface, or field. Note that each of the two dimensions is a separate conflation. And by uniting three dimensions together, the notion of volumetric space can be produced. One can combine any number of dimensions together, but they will have little in common with a three-dimensional space other than the use of space intuition to model relations between independent variables. The ideas in this video come from the book published in 2014 under the title Conceptual and the Structure of Human Experience. The book can be purchased from Amazon. The research of human expressions suggests that humans tend to think in two distinct ways, which could be combined in various ways. The theory can be applied to various fields, one of which is mathematics.